Uh, 17, 20, total 20. Okay, I'm just. Okay, good evening to all of you and greeting from Amity University. In today's session, I would like to invite Mr. Sumit Bhagwat. He is currently serving as International Business Head and with the company Dettol Global Private Limited in Gurgaon. He is having vast experience around 20 years and he has served different companies like Complex International Limited, Vodafone Idea Limited, Xtouch Technologies, Sony Ericsson's, Blueberry, Hutchison SR, Tata Teleservices, and many more. And he has served to different other countries like Africa, Myanmar, Middle East. And apart from this, he has also served in Delhi, Rajasthan, Gujarat, definitely the Haryana. And he has vast experience working with and progressing with multi-demographic and cultural teams, partners, and management. Topic for this webinar is business generation and continuity during COVID-19. So he will be giving a session on the business generation and continuity. And I hope you all will be liking the information he is going to throw in today's session. So now, Mr. Sumit Bhagwat to start with the session. Yeah, Mr. Sumit Bhagwat, you are most welcome. Thank you.
Good evening, boys and girls and respected faculty members. It's my privilege to be a part of your group. And here I'm here to present a current topic which states business generation and continuity during COVID-19. What is COVID-19? It's a mind-boggling phenomenon which has happened once in a lifetime or may not happen in a lifetime for many individuals. A phenomena where we are in a lockdown. Lockdown, which we are not clear whether it will be open on 3rd of May. I was just reading a BCG magazine yesterday, a report, which stated that in a country like India, it may extend till September. So if a lockdown extends till September, what will it happen? What will be the repercussions? What will happen to the economy? And what will happen to people like us? The business economy is changing because of the lockdown. Places like movie halls, theaters, entertainment places, and general non-essential items also, they are facing severe financial issues. A lot of troubles are coming in. Big organizations like IMF, World Bank, they are predicting that our GDP will be as low as 1.7%. And if this happens, there will be a huge loss to our economy. There will be heavy pay cuts, less of promotions, less of growth, and less of recruitment. So let's see what we can understand, what I can communicate, and what you think your understanding would be in the later phase of question and answers. I open for question and answers in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And this PPT of mine, this discussion of mine is divided into two halves. One, which is talking about business generation. And the second half, continuity of business. What should we do when this happens? To start this, before that, I have 3 to 4 slides which lay the foundation of the economic environment around us. So friends, please be careful in understanding the first few slides. So let's start. These are some of the facts which I've gathered from various different manuals, TV channels, and even some points from IMF. Various people are talking different theories and methodologies. They are debatable. They can differ from person to person, organization to organization, and from theories to theories. This is my viewpoint, which I've accumulated from my knowledge from various sources. Point number 1. India seems to suppress the curve. Is it true? Yes. Once there was a lockdown, Janta curfew announced for 22nd of March. We all got together, stayed at home, didn't move out. applauded at 5 o'clock in the evening and did a lot of things. And it went quite successful. The same day, our Prime Minister announced extension of it. We were nervous. We thought what to do. Yes, the message was very clear to be very cautious. To understand how should we maintain social distance. To understand how far we must be with each other to ensure that contamination or transmission doesn't happen. Second, people say, I was really watching Asta today, and it was being said, if we would have not been in a lockdown, by 27th of April, there would have been even 8.5 lakh people who would have been infected by coronavirus. But due to this lockdown, what people are predicting for a country like India, because there are places like Dharavi, there are places like east of Delhi where the population is very high and infection can happen very fast despite lockdowns. So people are predicting there will be multiple lockdowns. Are they good for us? For our economy? Certainly not. But for our life? Certainly yes. So people are predicting a W curve. It can be a V curve, it can be a U curve, lot of curves. And different theories predict different things. But what I believe, what I researched, what I thought of, it is a W curve. Lockdowns can happen in a phased manner, democratic manner. Example, if Gurgaon is in green zone, less people are coming in of corona infected, Gurgaon city can be opened on 3rd of May and the boundaries would be sealed. So that inflow or outflow of customers, citizens from Gurgaon doesn't happen. Third, the economic parameter, where there will be less impact, there will be huge inflow of capital. You will see in the last few days of stock market, FIIs have started investing. Our stock market was close to 8,050, which is now trading at 9,300. Nearly 300 to 400 crores of FDI is coming. And if we contain this coronavirus to a low level, we will see huge inflow of money. You see huge inflow of FII capital coming in, helping us to grow. What is government trying to do? Government is trying to spend on growth of health and safety. They are very clear. Whatever must happen in mass health and mass welfare. In the month of March, from 25th, 26th, there came a news to me, to my family. There's a class, there will be no physical classes. You'll be teaching your kids through internet, through medias like WebEx, Zoom, Teams, and other modules. And from 26th of March, 27th of March, the classes started. What does this show? Internet is going to expand and expand extremely fast. The digital economy will grow. There were shops, medical shops, who were not accepting credit cards because of the transaction fees. And all of a sudden, from 23rd of March, have started accepting. So you will see a spurt of digital economy expanding in the country. So we must be prepared for it. All these points I want you all to be understanding very carefully. This will help you all to understand my future further slides. This will help you all to develop your projects, your understandings, your know-how. One thing which I believe, during this lockdown, people are trying to save money. There were times when there were salaries were being given on time, but now I hear there is a reduction in salary. A pay cut is happening. People are losing jobs. So what did you do? Just try to save money. While saving money, what happens? The brand loyalty reduces. If I am a regular Reebok wearer or a Adidas wearer or a Levi's jeans wearer, I may opt for a lower cost products. Why? Let's save money this time. This is a time for us for our survival. Yes, when the time goes, you can become a loyal member of one of the brands. But what today? Today I have to save money for them. Medicines, medical work, and other essential items. 2 days back, around 12, in the month of March only, I was talking to my CEO, Mr. Yogesh. I told him very clearly, this is time where we need to be very empathetic to our employees. We must be very clear to our stakeholders. We must be very clear to our suppliers, creditors, debtors. Because the more we are open, the more we give a clarity, the more is the trust. So I believe this is a time to have very good behavior with all the stakeholders which are around you. This is a very critical moment, very critical time period for all of us to understand what is important and how we can manage. We have to be future ready. And that was one of the points which went into digital economy. Daily we hear a lot of economical stimulus going to come. We hear one package is coming, one package is coming for aviation industry, one package is coming from some other industry. So the last package we saw, mass distribution of money to the below poverty line people. There were millions and accounts who were credited by rupees 500 and rupees 1500 rupees 1000 by the government to help the mass, to help the poor people, so that they don't starve off, to help the daily wage earners, which are very important. One point which I mentioned about government must give all efforts to ensure that the capital which FI is happening, FDI must also happen. This means a lot of companies must come. And my next slide will show. We must understand how we can encash this opportunity. First, keeping ourselves safe and doing our business right. Continuing, how we could see there is an economic backlash on China. Some could be the reports coming out from people. I heard Germany sent a few euro bill to China. America is putting sanctions. European community is the most impacted. They are feeling very furious. They are feeling wrong. I heard in one of the news channels that the COVID testing kit which was sent to us to India were also faulty. What does that give? A sense of cheating, a sense of deception. So this is happening globally. So countries like Vietnam, Mexico, and India have an opportunity. And it's our time to focus on this opportunity. Till now, China was known for manufacturing. People used to call it the factory of the world. 95%, 90% of the products were assembled, manufactured, whatever we call from a pen to an aircraft was being happening in China. This is the time that, and what was India at the time? What is India today? A very huge back-end processing country. A lot of call centers are there, a lot of transcription centers are there, a lot of processing centers are there. And China used to be a manufacturing hub. So now the time has come. Why not we combine a strengths of backbone of processing and manufacturing? Advantages, a lot of wages, salaries, growth of the economy, GDP will grow 5 trillion, aim would be possibly achieved. So a lot of things can happen. So we must focus very clear, our administration, government, and all the people who can contribute. Even people like you and me. Be safe, we are safe, people will, money will flow in. Secondly, I said, ring fencing and loyalty. Though loyalty brands will go, there will be a problem. But there are problems which we need to address. There can be cross-selling. Suppose I'm making a product X, I can make a product Y and sell it to the same partner. I mentioned entertainment will take a big hit. I'll tell you, the subscription of Netflix, Disney Hotstar, and Amazon has phenomenal growth in the last 45 years. Phenomenal growth. What does this suggest? People will get addicted to Netflix or the Amazon or the Hotstar of the world. And this will give entertainment home at home. Our lives will change. We will become different. I was just reading one of the newspapers and reading that theater chains like PVR, Eros are seeming to get into big losses. Currently not running, and maybe till when they will be starting operations. And operations in what manner? Aviation industry second. Tourism industry. Today you see gold as an asset is daily rising. America has forecasted with the current price of gold is $1,700 per ounce. It's about to go to as high as 3,000 pounds. dollar an ounce. What does that mean? It will mean for India 48,000 per 10 grams. Gold as high as 96,000, a lakh rupees for 10 grams. So it will become a very valuable asset. And gold always has given a class. When there is a problem, gold becomes an asset. Wedding industry, similarly to entertainment, will take a hit. Why? Social distancing. India is similar. Marriages have to be with less attendees. So that is very important. Second, on financials, there will be a lot of value creation and destruction. I'll just tell you. Yesterday, I was watching another BBC channel. Heard Virgin Australia has applied for bankruptcy. Air Mauritius applying for bankruptcy. What will happen? These were among the top 25 global aviation companies. They're applying for bankruptcy in India. On daily basis, we hear that there is some package for the aviation industry. It's going to come so soon. Heading to it, companies with high debt will cease to exist because the operation cost increases, the interest is huge, and business is not. Smaller companies, smaller startups, we have to work with thin capital. Surplus funds will be there because what people will do, they will flow out the capital from the funds of the company which is running it and put it, reinvest it for their personal use. Suppose, I'll give you an example. If there is a business run by 100 crore investment of a proprietor or the director of the company, if he thinks of running that business of 100 crore with an estimated value of 80 crores and puts 20 crores as cash for operation efficiencies, we'll try to reduce from 20 crore to 5 crores or 7 crores and utilize that 13, 10, 15, 13 crore rupees of business for his personal asset, maybe in gold, maybe in his real estate or somewhere else. One point I missed, real estate. You see, the January to March quarter, there has been a 26% reduction in household being sold. And that was a time till March 15th, things business was happening. This quarter, predict it will go as low as 40%. Deepak Parekh, the HDFC Supremo, has said it will be a drop of 20% in the cost of inventory of real estate. So a crore project, costing project will now cost only 80 lakhs. So these are the few things which will happen, which we need to understand. Going further, this is one graph which I took from a survey of DataHub. These are guys who do reviews, interviews, talk to people, do a lot of interviews with various organizations, with their HR guys, and understand what do they think about how will COVID impact. This data is for India. DataHub did it for India with their HR heads or the HR directors. Very clear, you can see from the graph. Recruitment fees, 71%. I was sad the other day when I heard one of the good colleges, the offers were given at a certain part of time were being withdrawn or kept on hold or postponed. So is it not a right time to think what should be done in this time? So this is the perspective which I'm taking from the HR perspective, which we all must know how things can happen. Example, changing working patterns. TCS, they are saying this work from home can be the next normal. That means 70%, 75% of the staff will be working from home. Reduction of cost, jobs getting done, internet, digitalization, accelerating. There are companies who are giving speeds as high as 1000 Mbps. So things are changing. Here, see one more point. Reduce pay. 23% of the HR people have said pay will reduce. Things where HR has said yes is less, like early retirement, only 8%. Voluntary redundancy, only 14%. That means one, losing their jobs will be less. Temporary staff will be utilized more. So this is the HR perspective. So we understood the economic perspective, the HR perspective. This is a business model. This is taken by McKinsey knowledge. How do we think of the 5 reforms? These are different parts. These are different thoughts. What should we do during this COVID? What should we do during this disruption? First, if it resolve. What does resolve mean? Resolve here means get together at the time, not physical togetherness, and understand what are the immediate challenges. What about continuity of the business? What will happen to the workforce? Customer, is that technology working today? Like someone is coming by a metro, what will happen tomorrow? Someone is coming by a car, what will happen tomorrow? Is my digital laptops? There are people in the system who get desktops. How will they connect?
Okay, Mr. Sumit, sorry to interrupt. Actually, I'm feeling like the voice quality is not coming really very good. So what you can do for the time being, if you can just uh, off your video and then you can go on with the presentation. I think so the network problem will be solved. So please just off your video and then continue with the presentation. Let's see if the quality of the voice is perfect, fine or not. Yeah.
Perfect. So I have removed the video. So this is resolve. What is resilience? Resilience. Resilience in simple words means bounce back, come back to power, re-energize yourself. How will we do it? One, ensure there are enough cash so that we pay the salaries, we pay our debtors, we pay people, and we start working in an environment which is near shutdown. So one is resolve. How should we take care? How should we bounce back? How should we return to the normal working? How does it do? Detailed planning. This is where I will show you more with highlights. How should we do it? How should we come? Point number 4, reimagination. Reimagination means what? What will happen after 10 days if we work with a new plan? Will we work normal? Will it be close to normal? How will be the shift be? Would we be comfortable from working from home? How would we feel morning to evening we are at our home only? So reimagination. Last, reforms. Reform is how would our regulatory and competitive impact us? How will the government policies impact us? Which industry will open? Like example, entertainment might take more time, but maybe pharma companies, essential product companies, working partially. Now, I'll give you an example. Companies like Maruti have just got permissions to restart it. So, how will it happen? How the government frames the plan? Or it can be that if I need to go to office, I must ensure that in my car there would be not more than 2 people. One sitting at the back seats and one driving. It can be other thing. A person like me would be wearing a mask and a gloves all the time I'm from outside from my house, from my home. Even today, I wear it certain time when I step down, when I talk. So these are the 5 framework pillars how a plan generates. So phase 1, business generation. As we were talking earlier, there are 2 halves of it, business generation and business continuity. I hope you all are able to read and see my PPT. How do we launch a plan? And during this time, see, launching a plan, generation of a business is similar to when there's no COVID. But what will we do during this time period we need to do? And I will give you an example of the company where I am working. How are we transforming? How are we changing? How is our business model changing? And this will give you a practical approach to whatever I'm talking about. Writing words like ideation, hacking, GTM strategy, prototypes, MVP is good knowledge. But how is it getting implemented is very important for future. Launch plan in three phases. Ideation. Ideation means brainstorming what to do. Concept, validating the concept and making a prototype. We'll get into details of this. Each slide. Pivot, how our model works, what's the plan, detailed strategy, and reiterating. And last is growth hacking. It's a very new word which I'll explain you how and give you an example, a very large example, which maybe will make you understand what is hacking. Brainstorming. We all do it. Whether you do a case study in your institute or we work in an office. We launch a new product or we launch any new initiative. The first thing to do, brainstorm. Brainstorming simple means get together, bounce off the idea, and then discuss. When we do for business, we have very clear parameters to ask. How will we do it? What are we going to do? Who will be responsible? Which stakeholder will be responsible for what? And why is it required? So we have these 6 questions. There will be many more. And these are just questions. But these are questions which are asked to each and every individual. What are we going to do tomorrow? We as a company, we make LED TVs, we make Bluetooths, we make feature phones, we make a lot of products. What to do now? They are not essential. Then we thought, and how did we do it? We also got on 23rd, 24th, the Monday, our CEO sent a message to all of us, the senior leaders. We need to have a half-an-hour chat. I said, fair enough. Let's have a chat. It's a lockdown. We can talk. At least we are getting our salaries. We need to talk. Any message. We will have a brainstorming session where we do a chat. And it was on Zoom, one of the similar applications at that part of time. Though we have stopped using it now, but we used it. And he told, see, now moving a television out of the warehouse or any of the commercial product is not feasible. Whatever, wherever it is, whether in the factory, our warehouse, our showrooms, our experience zones are exclusive. It will be there only because they are shut down. It's a complete lockdown. Now, what to do? Question to all of us: the customer service head, the international business, the sales head of India, the marketing guy, the commercial guy, the financial guy. We 9, 10 huddled among each other and try to understand what to do. It was a situation of confusion. It was totally a sense of what to do. What next? Is there a job cut? What will happen? Then the question started. Then it started. What should we do? We heard from somewhere. And I'm giving you a practical example. There are leaders in this country. Leaders like Anand Mahindra. Leaders like Ambani's. Many big leaders who gave examples. Mahindra making ventilators. Maruti making ventilators, which are required. Many steel companies making beds. When they can change the model, what can't we do? They are more flexible. Small, yes, we cannot make ventilators, but we can do those small things. We can be flexible. Question came to me. I'm an international business head. My countries are locked. I supply material to Europe. I supply material to Nepal and SAR countries. Order closed, lockdown. What to do? Would I be out of the job? No, don't worry. We decided, we'll think over the day, talk to our relatives, our parents, friends on calls and understand what is the requirement. And I'll tell you one thing which I learned from while I was traveling to Jaipur one time back. The driver told me, I just asked the driver, and he was an intelligent driver. He told me, I just asked him, why do you do this? Then I asked him something else about his family. Then he told me something about business. He said, sir, what is business? Business is you use capital, you produce something and you sell off. Or you do this like a retailer, like a shopkeeper, I told him like this, or a manufacturer like steel or car. So no. Business is a process where there is a problem and you get a solution. Business will flourish if you get a solution to a particular problem. And this is what I told my CEO also. Let's see what we can do to identify what the problem is and how we can do it. And it clicked. A friend of ours who is into sourcing, a colleague of ours into sourcing, he said, I can get cloth for your mask. First, it didn't click me. Cloth for mask? How? How will you do it? We make televisions. Don't worry. Today, we manufacture daily base of 2 lakh 3-ply masks and supply to India. We never thought of 1 month back. We will make masks. We make LEDs here. We make electronic equipments. How will we make masks? I was often within myself. So I didn't have courage to do. But today, we are one of the big suppliers. Trust me, government agencies and the private agencies are people also. So brainstorming is required ideation. This is a part of ideation. Someone clicks one idea, someone builds on it. Second question, here only. Then we'll come to next slides also. Where? You cannot travel the market, but mask. We are making other products also, but I will come over the period. You can make it in-house. It doesn't require a very big assembly line. Fortunately, by the grace of God, our workers had not fled off. They were very much in Delhi. We told them, don't worry, we'll address your problem. We cannot give you 100% of your salary, we'll give you some salary. This worked. The families started making masks. We provided them small infrastructure. And it started off 3-ply mask. So this is how it happens. When comes immediately. Materials started coming because this was part of our essential. We got our licenses, we got our permissions, we got our approvals, and it started. Second part, which I mentioned earlier also, but it comes here. What problems are you trying to solve? Very clear for us, for each one of us. The problem was one, continuity. What should we do? Should we close down? Wait for the lockdown to improve? No. Thought let's do something. Doing something, what is required? Can we make, suppose talcum powder and sell? No, we can't. So we can get many products or the raw material, but we can't sell. It's not essential. So we thought of doing that, which we can help the society. We are giving it throwaway prices. Why? It must go to all. It helps for the social service and it helps for us to be continued. This is a time not to earn profits. This is a time for survival to keep things going, which will come in the next few slides in continuity. So the problem solving was keeping ourselves going, keeping the household of the employed people kicking, and third, earning revenues for the company so that it works on. This will not stop. What will I do sitting at home alone? So I started calling my old partners in various parts of India where I work. Ashutosh sir had told me that, told in the earlier stages, and I worked in Rajasthan, Haryana, and Delhi. I called up people. See, earlier we were selling this, but in this time we are selling this. Would you like to associate with us? Would we give you products? If you don't want to associate also, then also we will give you products at a great price. And this clicked. It didn't click only for me. It clicked for various other people in different parts of the country. And at that time, the other unfortunate thing was I cannot export masks also out of India. Because it's a means non-exportable product currently. Because we need it. The country needs it. So we need to understand what problem are we solving. Very important. When you think of a concept, making a mask, first it came to make mask. Now there were many clients. So 3-ply mask, there are many people who don't wear. They need good quality mask. Do you have a mask called by the name N95 or KN95? More durable? Yes. Expensive, but more durable. More protective. 95% of the particles, germs are protected. Can you make that? We checked. But due to non-movement of technological products right now, we're not able to do so. But yes, we got approvals from certain manufacturers in India who were ready to give us at a good price. At a very subsidized price. At a very For them also break-even price, good to go price. They told us, you become our partners, a distribution model. Like Varito was the distribution car for Mahindra. So they gave us, why don't you do N95? Instead of mentioning, we started giving N95 also. But though we were not making it, so the profit was very less. It was like cross-selling, which I told you earlier, brand loyalty. There were customers who were buying masks, people have asked from us, and they started buying N95 masks. So this is how we move from step 1 to step 2, and then gradually over steps. Which I said the driver told me, is there a need or a market for your solution? Is there is a problem? Problem is the word. If there is a problem in the market, that means there is a requirement of a solution. The word problem, the word market, the word need, the word not want. In this aspect, correlates. Today, we are the complete PPE manufacturers. So a company is selling electronics, Bluetooths, LED TVs, speakers are now selling PPE equipments all over India. To some hospitals, to some NGOs, to some various stakeholders who require and want to keep their people safe. Very important point out here, which we discussed day 1 in the week 23rd to 30th of April. How to be different? We all realized different how our distribution systems, our partners, quality and pricing. You all have learned the 3 P's, the 5 P's in your hotlers. So we thought is a 3-ply mask, a labor, a rickshawala, a cobbler, household helps, the farmer, everyone and anyone needs it. Even the chemist needs it to wear it while talking to his medical patients. Or maybe a doctor needs it. Or maybe a compounder also needs it. Everyone needs it. You can see me wearing also partially. I step out outside my building to get milk, I need to wear it. I can't get an N95 for a daily use. So we make it as economical as possible so it becomes affordable. So manufacturing scale and good pricing became a differentiation. And today, friends, there are many companies who make it. I heard someone calling me from Noida. I heard your name, Sumit. Can you help us in selling? I told him I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm working with an organization and I have to serve that organization. I told them I can associate you with my CEO, the founder of the company. If he agrees, etc., being your franchisee or doing some collaboration, I'm good to go. Whatever product the company says, we will do that. So we started being different from others. Yes, a good, great thing. Our SCM guided, which was very important, I missed earlier. The delivery of the products. Non-essential items becomes difficult. Essential items, it takes time. Also, a lot of checks, a lot of passes, a lot of things happen. It to be different. How can you ship it? What price you can ship it? How fast you can make it? As discussed earlier, is your target audience willing to pay? Another example. There are patients who get into hospitals, ICUs, maybe other places, and are on ventilator. A daily bill comes 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, depending on the hospital, the bill comes. I heard ventilator cost lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Ventilators are instruments in medical which provide oxygen to a patient. And today you see Maruti, Mahindras, these all companies are making in thousands. The ventilator costing 25,000, 27,000, 6,000. DRDO is coming up with something else. So when there is a necessity or comes up, then we need to find a customer who is willing to pay. This will come further MVP, minimum viable product. While during the process of brainstorming and disclosure in the first week, this was all first week which we did, and we've gone through it. Yes, not as systematic as the way I have mentioned here, but yes, the best way we could have done. I asked my friends, my neighbors on WhatsApp, how are you getting free ply mask? Sumit, they are costing 25 rupees, 40 rupees. Sanitizer costing 500 rupees, 600. Sanitizer costing 100 rupees, you call 500. How would a common man afford? Does he need it or not? And can he afford it or not? So these are questions. So these are questions. And though mask is a product which is being used by anyone and everyone, the more you use, the more you save. I spoke to a couple of people. So my other 10 colleagues, my other 20 colleagues spoke to other people. And out of 100 of people, you got a response from 80, 75 people. Yes, it's a good idea. But how fast you can do it? That was the key. So we thought of let's do it. So it takes time. You get bugged, people call you, people tell you don't do it. Where will the mask sell? How will you sell? How will you ship? Courier is lying, courier will not do it. The policy is not come from government to transport. You have to make a pass, it takes 7 days. There are people, whatever project you do, and any individual does, there are people who make bottlenecks. And there are people who support you with that idea. So you must need people who are advocate for you, who help you to move you through, motivate you, push you, ask you, follow you, tell you, keep giving you feedbacks. So this is how you must, before finalizing, you must talk to your potential customers. You also know whom I will call and give a genuine advice. One very key element. When you decide all this, come to a price, talk to those 10 customers, 100 customers we spoke. But yes, you talk to the top 5 customers and ask, if I make this, earlier I was asking, should I make? Now I'm asking, if I'm making this, will you buy it? How good you feel when your money comes when the order is being processed? You feel motivated, you feel kicked. Yeah, I've done it. We have done it. So we need to identify, is that this one customer willing to pay? So my CEO called up few of his known contacts. I called up few of mine who I think are financially wealthy, can afford, who are willing to take a risk, and who are good to go with their idea. That's very, very important for a business to any product to move. And during this time, more important. This is the most challenging time period on our each one of us lifetime. Next, prototype. Everywhere. See, I'll tell you example. I work with as so as to yeah, I work with companies like BlackBerry, Sony Ericsson, XTouch. They are all big handset manufacturers or OEMs. When I joined them first time, they told me a prototype handset has come, you start using it. I used to be, what is prototype? At that time, 12 years, 15 years back, or maybe more. Prototype products are what? They are products which are handmade. They are not means handmade in the sense not completely manufactured by the assembly line. 40% products, like even furbishing it or making the main body requires a lot of handwork. So prototypes are made. They are expensive to make, but they give a 90% design. Then you have to program it. For us, we used handcraft, the women of the laborers, various people, the lady who taught them, she used the scissors and did all the stuff to make the first 100 200 masks by hand. He showed how the cloth will be cut, how diagrams, lot of things. And here I've written PowerPoint. It happens when you go for product like N95 mask, gowns or gloves. For mask, it was thoroughly a layman teaching. We have seen in villages, government start stitching classes, stitching centers, and all those centers. It was like that. You use videos to tell them this is how your cloth will cut, this is how membrane will go, this is how the nose pin will go. The small nose pin goes inside this mask also. This is how you have to loop it. This length is you have to keep for putting it around the ear. A lot of things. And then it depends on sizes. So this was all made, sample showed on videos, and a lot of things I'll tell you was shown on videos. Why? Traveling was not possible. ProDrive usage was not possible. Here, what I was talking about, the product, minimum viable product, very important. If I have to travel from Delhi to Jaipur or from Gurgaon to Jaipur, and someone tells me make a vehicle travel, I can make a cart. So easy, economical, viable. So, but is it what I want today? Would I spend 48 hours traveling to Jaipur? This is one thing. Second, people, why don't we fly it by a aircraft from Delhi to Jaipur? The other person says, which comes in viable. Big companies make it, there are people who travel. But then when we talk about a new project, a business generation idea, we talk about a minimum viable product. This product which we require at a minimum cost, minimum input cost to travel from point A to point B. So this graph shows minimum requirement, crappy piece. It's showing crappy products. I'm not saying Bullock card is a crappy product. I'm saying an example to succeed should I invest so much of time. I'm saying viable means since do I require big cars, posh cars, or a Maruti 800 will do for me, or a bus will do for me. So I have to think about permutation, combination, cost, amalgamation. This suits me. What is the value for money for me for traveling from here to the other center, to the other place? You make a viable model. It can sell or not sell. Example, Nano. A dream car for many. 1 lakh car or 1.5 lakh car. Running, people driving it initially, but does it sell today? So we need to think product which is minimum costing but sellable. If it's costing less but not sellable, no point. Costing high, as customers. Important. Whatever we have discussed is to put in place. You all have learned, you all are fresh to learn what is SWOT analysis, what are the strengths of the product, weaknesses, opportunities. That's entry-level product. I'll just give you an example, mask. That day we were among the 10 companies who were making masks. Today there are 500, 5,000 companies who are making masks. So threat, what is the threat? Entry barrier is less. Cost is low. Essential item. But we were aware that this is one of the things. You don't require marketing today on this. What is a part of it? We made a website, Eatle Pro, only for health and hygiene. So this is how we have to learn the complete business plan and accordingly. Last point. What is growth hacking? We understood very clearly. This is the last slide for business generation. Growth hacking. When I learned for the first time, I heard hacking or tracking. Tracking means evaluating, measurements, and all the stuff. He said, no, the word is hacking. Then I asked him, and then I searched. Let me search it. So what does hacking mean? Well, I'll tell you that. And then you will understand this graph. Hacking is what? When many companies try to increase their business in an exponential manner. They can be startups. Small at the time, large, no. So hacking is what? Exponentially increasing your business. That's hacking. And do you know which is the largest company you can say is growth hacking? Some of us would be using the products. It's Reliance Jio. 2016, 15, 14, 2010, 11, the plan thought of let's make a telecom company. 11, 12, technology, fiber, everything. And they launched in 16. This is 2020, first half. They're the leaders. Very innovative products at different stages of time. I used to be the company drivers in Vodafone. Very innovative products, and the objective was as incremental, exponential incremental of customer base. Initially with free and then charging. That's hacking. The word is never negative. It's a very positive word. People like Swiggy, Milk Basket, Grofers, all these are working on this. Increasing the customer base. Paytm. How many cashback offers they used to give? You pay 3 electricity bills and you get this much. You paid this, you get this much. You get movies free. You get this free. That's hacking. Why? They wanted to increase their customer base. So this is a business generation plan. Brainstorming, making prototypes, whether the prototypes can work, identifying the financial working capabilities. So we are into phase 2. Phase 1 was growth. Earlier to it was the basic foundation, facts, requirements, what is happening in the market. Then we came to business generation, and this is a business continuity. This is not an in-depth subject. This is slide subject. 3 slides. Why? How to sustain your business. Why do we need a business continuity plan? To ensure that there is the disruption cost is minimized. To ensure all things are going as it is. The health and safety of the employees, operations deficiencies. How can we do to remove the disaster? So we need a business continuity plan to ensure that our business goes the way it is. Either through the same business model or a slightly altered business model. As told, is this called a business continuity model also? It is called a disruption saving model or disaster recovery model. A lot of names to it. Majorly, it's all to ensure that the business doesn't get disrupted. Employees must, basic things are availability. Do I have resources? Do I have the know-how? My IT, my technology, my products? Integrity in terms of creditors and debtors. Very important. Timely collection of payments, account receivables, timely payment of payments. Lastly, emergently, confidence. Confidentially of your products. Of how you do it. Because you are not in the same place. Last slide or 2. We all, whenever we make a new plan, either for generation or continuity, we have to know the risk. What are the risks associated? A very bad manner. Risk number 1 is this. Like example, government regulations. Or anything like this. I was just watching a few days back. As the classes at home were starting, there were people who were taking Wi-Fi. So the person who comes, is he be protected? All this stuff. You have to be very clear of how the procedure will be set. Working from home, can it be done? Cannot be done. What are the logistics required? How can we do it? Be very clear in communication. This is the requirement. Proper support of dashboards, whether it's logistics, stocks, sales, collections, receivables, whatever. Last, typical business functions of a company. What does it say? Process shall restore to stop disruption. And who are the people stakeholders? The shareholders, the account payables, receivables, incomes, salaries, wages, and financial statements. So if we accumulate all these points together in a flow chart, we draw a business continuity model for our organization. I have briefed it for a smaller organization. For larger organization, more details are recorded, more documentation are recorded, and more financial documentation has to be, which I have not captured here. I think so it's the end of the slide.
Okay, thank you, Sumit. Now, from the participants, any questions? If you want to raise, please ask the question. Any participant? Yeah, I'm audible to all of you. Is I'm audible to all of you? Hello. Any participant who want to throw a question, please write a question in the chat box so that we can ask to the speaker. Naresh Kumar, you have raised your hand. Well, can I ask a question, Mr. Sumit? I hope I can ask one question. I just wanted to understand about, like, we can see that in a given COVID situation, um, the large businesses, they may survive to certain extent, I hope. But what about the small businesses or the mediocre businesses? Because since the lockdown, almost a month, the lockdown has passed, and still we are looking into it like again the next more month or maybe more than a month, the lockdown will continue. So in a given scenario, what do you think means how the small businesses they are going to survive? What are the alternative ways these businesses should take on?
Sir, I am a very firm follower of keeping ourselves in a good mindset. I'll tell you why. When the business were going the normal way, I'll give you a very clear example. A person was getting a salary of 100. In our company, also in various other small. It's company where I'm working is a small company. MSME or SME, you can call it. In margins, good to go up, very fragile, very flexible, can do a lot of things. We moved from LED to making masks. We told our CEOs also, our CEO told us, this is a time where we can be cash crunch. Either we can lay off employees or we can reduce their salaries. So the option which was unanimously discussed by all was, why can't we reduce our pays to get a great extent, ensure that no one leaves the company. One way could be revisiting the financial model. Second, how can we do it digitally? We are developing apps for our sales members. We will work on apps, connect the customers. So this is how we need to reinvent ourselves because situation is becoming bad. What BCG is saying, BCG is one of the companies which is mostly predictable, right? They are saying go to September. I heard yesterday the US president saying for 1 year he can disapprove 1 year of college or school. That year will be claused as a neutral year. So we need to reinvent ourselves. Just near my place is a farmer. He used to have a lot of things, a lot of resources. This time he got a harvester and immediately all the wheat out. So there are various permutation combination in the respective field how we can do. My kids go for tuitions, but physically they can't go. They have started taking online classes. So people are managing, things are changing, apps are changing, people are delivering food, people are doing whatever and whatever possible. Yes, today is the day of sustainability, survival, not the day of increasing our deposits. So we do need to manage it that manner. Our ambitions have to be changed. Instead of going outside and eating, what best we can eat at home is the.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Sumit. And so one hour of this session, I could understand about how you have talked about that a company should look into the generation in this lockdown phase, and it should not be like that the company should be in a standstill. They should always try to come out with something innovative through which they can help out to the society, to different people, even in the lockdown stages. And as you have talked about that company, they should always look into the five horizons where they should work on resolve, resilience, return, reimagination, and reform. So I could say that yes, the business, they should always keep on moving, keep on exploring something innovative, which may be definitely beneficial for the company themselves and for the society at large. So now we have come to the end, and I would like to thank you and thanks all the participants who have given their precious time to listen to Mr. Wonderful topic. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sumit, once again. Thanks a lot.
Yes, thank you, team members.
So, Mr.